Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Kwame Badu channel, people. Today I'm going to be talking about life as an entrepreneur in terms of planning your day, strategizing to make sure that you get the most out of your day, and giving you a bit of an example of what my day would look like. Today is Monday. It is exactly 9:59 p.m. So I'm here in my office, and I'll be honest with you. Today my day started at 6, but ordinarily I would say my working day would start at about 8 a.m. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to share this video is because what happens is, we can turn out to be busy fools. Yeah. And when I say busy fools, I mean we're busy doing a lot, but not really achieving anything. And it's very important, I believe, to have a strategy in place to help monitor your effectiveness. And also to know that there are times of the day where certain tasks are most effective. You see, you can be doing certain things. You could be making certain phone calls, cold calls. You could be liaising with customers. You could be doing your marketing, which all of us are doing these days, especially with, back in my heyday, we called it marketing calls. These were times where you made phone calls to extract information that would help your cold call. But we're actually doing marketing these days as well through social media, the fantastic tool that we have, whether it be LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook. So let me clear my throat as I begin. So my day starts on a typical Monday, which I call Motivation Monday. I like to motivate. I like to start off at 8 a.m. I'll spend about 10 minutes doing marketing calls. Doing marketing via social media. Now, a lot of the marketing content and materials I have been prepared from the week before. You're watching this possibly on YouTube or IGTV. Got it out in the end. On IGTV. This is not the Monday. The Monday you're watching it is not the Monday I've recorded it. This is pre-recorded. Yeah. Preparation is key. And if you scroll down on my YouTube channel page, you will see one of the talks I've done is entitled Preparation is Key. It's a very important aspect. Now, as much as this strategy for the day that I'm about to explain to you is a level of preparation, there's a lot of things that you need to do beforehand that helps the streamlining of the day. So, for example, as you know, with marketing, and I've said it before, the effective times to do marketing is in the morning, just before people start work, lunchtime, and just when people finish. And this can vary depending on what time zone that you're targeting, whether it be America, China, Australia, or like myself here in the UK. So I primarily would do my marketing at 8 a.m. in the morning. So by 8 a.m., I want to pump out 2 or 3 posts or stories or both. And this will go on my Instagram, my LinkedIn, and my Facebook and Twitter. Now, the great thing is these days you can use platforms such as Hootsuite, or if you're like me and you like to be organic and do the posts on each separate platform yourself, then yeah, this primarily can take about 10 to 20 minutes, especially if you've got the content and maybe the notes that you've made during the previous week or previous day beforehand. It makes it pretty easy. Yeah. I just want to make a quick note. In terms of posting on social media platforms, I always advise that you, that's my voice there, that you use a different language on each of the platforms. So the way I will talk on Instagram might be a bit more punchy and to the point. On LinkedIn, I might be a bit more descriptive. Not to mention, it's very good and important to tag people, to tag other businesses, and people use different taglines on their Instagram to their LinkedIn, for example. So, I've made a point of being Kwame Badu everywhere. But, for example, one of my staff members may be like Abe _ SCRG, but on LinkedIn, it'll be Abe Amu, first name, last name. So, you do need to make some edits. So I just like to do different ones. Same essence, same energy, same mindset, same lesson, but different language. Yeah. So do bear that in mind. And I'll do that at 8 a.m. I'll do another one at 12 and another one at 6. So that's just my marketing. Now, more importantly are my calls. And I'm sales. I love to do sales. I like to speak with candidates, new candidates, existing candidates. I like to speak with decision makers, business owners. This is how we win new business. Now, if you don't know, at KB Consultancy, we are all about finding businesses, small to medium-sized businesses, and managing their business strategy, their sales, their finance, accounting, and also providing holistic digital platforms for them. So social media care, website and app development. Okay, so one-stop shop. So, I can be on the phone all day long, making calls, winning new business for us to, to manage and deliver our service for. So it can be quite an erratic kind of day if I don't plan. So the way I've strategized it, and if you actually go onto our Sales of Sensei class on the e-learning platform, one of the classes I actually describe this in detail, but I'm going to quickly run through it. So I break down my day into an 8 a.m. till 10 a.m., then my 10 a.m. to 12, then I have the lunch break, and then I have my sort of 1 till 2, then I have my 2 till 4, and then I have my 4 till 6. So these are the separate segments that I have during the day where I target 2 main areas. So to begin with, my 8 a.m., after I've done my marketing post and I've posted that up, between 8 to 10 a.m., I use that time to speak with candidates. So these are people that are registering on our website, subscribing to our platforms, email inquiries, DMs, direct messages from customers, people who have either bought into our products and services or have questions that they want to ask. I do not use this time to contact decision makers simply because they're not going to answer the phone at that time. They're not going to respond to emails. They're pretty much like me, being a business owner, responding back, looking on their Xero or QuickBooks account, looking at their online banking. They're not starting to take calls between 8 to 10 a.m. They're having their Monday morning meetings, you name it. So I then wait until I will then use the 8 till 10, and I do this with my other consultants as well. So 8 till 10 is all feedback, customer calls and whatnot. These are people that possibly are going to work, won't be able to talk to us during their working day, so we can get hold of them between the 8 to 10 window when they're traveling to work or they've just sat down in the office and they can answer a call or two. Okay? The marketing goes out at 8 a.m. as well, because this is the time when most people are on their phones, en route commuting to work. So they don't get to see our marketing. At 10 a.m., these are when most meetings are done. I mean, on Mondays and Wednesdays, we have our meetings at 9 a.m. I don't like these 1-hour meetings. I like to make my meetings punchy, half an hour. And as you know, in these isolated times with COVID running riot, we're doing a lot of it via Zoom. Half an hour, punchy, to the point. You want to send out what are you going to be discussing before the meeting in an email, days before, so everyone knows what they're going to talk about. They've already got their points. And half an hour just punching away at the points, and give or take 5 to 10 minutes for banter and vibes and what did you do this weekend. We like to do this quick thing where, someone says something good that happened to them in the last week and to share with the team. So at 10 a.m. now, every director, manager and so forth has their meeting. These between 10 and 12 is when we use now to cold call or warm call or simply call. Hi there, Mr. Jones. Fantastic. I'm glad I've been able to speak to you. Do you know I've got this fantastic opportunity for you that I think you can benefit from, or I know you can benefit from. I've seen your business platform, have looked at your numbers, and we've got the solution for you. Is this a good time for me to discuss this with you? Boom. And then it's going directly into it. So calls like this are being made, notes are being made. Any follow-up calls that need to be made are then pushed until the 2 to 4 window, because now between 12 and 2 is lunchtime. Decision makers are not trying to answer calls between 12 till 2. So again, this is where we revert back to the client base that we contact between 8 to 10. These again are our customers taking their lunch breaks. So we follow on with there. This is where we're continuing with subscriptions, registering people onto our CRM, which is our customer relation management system, whether it be Salesforce or whatever platform it is that you use. Please don't let it be Excel. Try and use a platform. We use Salesforce. I'm looking at, I think it's Zoho, or there's another platform that our website guy Anik is saying is a lot cheaper. So we're going to be using that. But anyway, use that time for contacting the clients again. That will see you through. And then, you might be like me, having your lunch, eating it at your desk. Yeah. Right? And not having time to leave your desk. But I do advise, if you can, at least take 20-30 minutes away from your desk. I like to, every 90 minutes, just take a stroll and get away. Yeah. If you've got smokers in your office, go out with them when they go to have their fag break. Just don't smoke. But, those regular breaks do help. So then you're back at 2 till 4. Then you're back on the phone contacting decision makers. This is where you can get hold of them again. Maybe those who you spoke to earlier between 10 to 12 that said, I haven't got a minute right now to talk. And you've pushed the call to say, look, I'll give you a call this afternoon between 2 to 4. Is that all right? And you're following it up then, right? So this is then making the time. You see, the time I'm targeting, or we're targeting to make certain calls, are strategized. They're specific. So that way you're not making calls at times. You're increasing your chances of success. Because if you're trying to call decision makers between 8 to 10 or 12 to 2, you're just making it difficult for yourself. Even if they do answer the phone, they're not in the mood to talk or hear your fantastic pitch. Okay, so from 2 to 4, we go back to that. Business owners and that, they're not going to be in the office the whole day. They're off by 4, or they're done taking calls by 4. So this is when we'll revert back to then contacting candidates again. And obviously, customers who are finishing employment that now have the time to talk again, this is a great time to now get back in touch with them and follow up and close up for the day. By 6 p.m. when that's done, that's when I like to then send any final emails, have a look at my working day, close off any work that's been outstanding, and set precedent for the next day. Now, I don't do to-do lists for each day. I do a to-do list for the week. So my whole week is planned out. Probably Sunday will be the last time I'll do it. Like, I do like to do it on Sunday evenings, but I'm trying to take that away because I do want that to be more family time. But Sunday evening, about 10 in the evening, you'll probably see me sending little emails, sorted out my to-do list and so forth, ready for the week. So now let's fast forward back again. So back to my Monday evening. It's about 7 in the evening. I finished up. I've made all my calls. I've done any registrations. Whoever's kept me on the phone a little bit longer is done. Now at 7 p.m. is the time when I like to go and do a bit of a workout. Yeah, I like to work out at least 3 times a week. When you're working with all these numbers and emails and cold calls and managing staff, it's very good to release and meditate. And going to the gym for me is a fantastic way for me to relieve any stress and tension, and also make sure, healthy body, healthy mind. So I only do 1 hour. So between sort of 7 to 8 p.m., I would then do my workout, and I've had a fantastic Monday. And then about 8 o'clock, then I come back to the office because I deliver podcasts and YouTube recordings every Monday evening where I release a new talk. So, and my podcasts are on Spotify, iTunes, whatever, you name it, it's on there. Yeah. And then also I upload this video here as you're watching now, either on my IGTV, but definitely, as always, on my YouTube channel. So then that finishes, and then, my day is done. But I do want to stress, a lot of people believe that an entrepreneur or a business owner, the pleasure of it means that I can work whenever I want. I have the freedom. This isn't the case. Yeah. The reality is that you need to work when your customers work. There's no point me getting up at 2 in the afternoon and saying, right, I'm going to start my day now. I can do that, but I would have missed 5 hours worth of decision maker and customer registration calls. based on what I've just explained. You with me? When are your customers about? That's when you want to target them. Otherwise, you know, your O2 phone shop will open at 9 in the evening. But who's going to walk in for an upgrade or a new phone at that time? They open at 10 a.m. in a retail park for a strategic reason, to make sure they have the highest amount of footfall where they can sell and close and get as many phones as possible and contracts out of the shop. Yeah. So it's very important that you understand this. Depending on what you do, I mean, mine is based on business consultancy or, you know, most office corporate type work, where you're doing a lot of phone calls, trying to get hold of decision makers. This is the way I would advise to work. Plan out your day, have set times in a day, not just for your marketing, but for your sales calls and your marketing calls. Now, if you want to know more about being a strategic or an effective salesperson, then do click on elearning.kbconsultancy.uk. I'm going to put the address in the description of this video, but elearning.kbconsultancy.uk. Go on there, and there's 6 different courses that you can learn. And one of them is Sensei of Sales, where I speak in a lot more detail. Got about 7 different chapters breaking down sales to make sure that you can master in every aspect of selling your product or service. Thanks for listening. You've been tuned in for 16 minutes. So I'm grateful, but that means that you definitely want to learn, and you're definitely in the right place to acquire that information, because all I do is win, and I win when you win. We grow when you grow. Have a fantastic week. Hope you've enjoyed today's talk. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share, and write a comment underneath to let me know if I'm doing a fantastic or shoddy job. Love, peace, and prosperity. Take care.